And now, almost live from an undisclosed location, it's Shires and Ireland's Christmas Presents. Welcome one and welcome all to a Shires and Ireland Christmas special. I'm Tom Shires.
And I'm Mike Ireland. Tonight's show is a selection box of treats, but without the curly-whirly. Other awful chewy bars are sadly available.
Plus, working as one day of the year, we have the big man himself.
Jesus.
I think you'll find Jesus is always with us, Mike.
Is it me?
Unfortunately, you're here too. No, it's Santa, bringing us his top tips for a tip-top Christmas. What's the matter?
It's the running order for the show. I'm not on it.
Well, of course you're on it. This is the Shires and Ireland Christmas special. Your fake name's right there, Mike Ireland.
No, I was hoping to do my song.
Song? What song?
Well, you know I've always wanted to dress as a nun, and Christmas seemed like the perfect time for it. Such sacrilege. The costume isn't cheap, so I thought we could make a song and dance about it. On the radio. I sent you a script.
I haven't seen my emails.
I didn't send it by email.
Someone's been stealing my post.
Well, I can't stretch to stamps. The paperwork was too weighty.
I'm sorry, Mike, but the show's jam-packed and we just don't have the budget for wire work or animals. Maybe next year.
Okay.
So, as I was about to say, what's wrong with your face?
No one can see it. What do you care?
Do you get Christmas cancelled with a mug like that? According to the Gospel of St. Michael, you can't always get what you want. That's the true spirit of Christmas.
But I've practiced dead hard.
Santa, he can't make everything happen. Some things can't get knocked up in a workshop.
That's Mrs. Claus's problem.
Oh, take that back, you. Everyone knows the elves are the kids.
Since when?
Since they started out in Turkey and made the big move up north.
Rubbish.
Non-believer, eh? Well, we'll see how far that attitude gets you when the man himself arrives. His spies already have reported your little speech. I want to be in your stockings when he gets here.
He's too busy to do this show. And what's the worst he can do? Deliver another sack full of broken promises.
Deliver the line? Sounds like a death trap for the kids, but it's obvious now. This has happened before, hasn't it? Speak much ill of Mrs. Claus in our youth, did we? You?
It's easy to ask for and get things but a dream. What can a magical beardy man do about that?
Yeah, now, I know it's early, but I got you this. Happy Christmas.
We don't do Christmas. My lack of gift to exchange with you is causing untold social angst. What this is doing to me.
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, Mike, sometimes Christmas is a one-way street, please.
I can't believe it. My own wimple.
Start the special. Now on the Shires and Ireland Network, we cross live to a winter sports report with your commentators Dave Felton and Harry Lord. Hello there, sports fans, and welcome to the grand final of Yorkshire Ice Fencing. Nothing to do with frosty panels, but sword fighting on ice, which the organisers hope will be an Olympic sport sometime before hell freezes over.
Perfect venue too, Dave.
Hell 2026, here we come, Lordy.
Today's showdown pits world-renowned French blader On Guard against local hero Budget Barry Brown, so named because his parents were James and Melanie Brown, not those ones.
Always making cuts is Budget Brown, mostly financial given his recent tax bill. But what's in a name, Harry? The Frenchman's translates as chicken station. Will that hold him back tonight?
Guard is the founder of the sport and the only person who's really any good at it. Brown's likely to die tonight, Dave, but we all appreciate your efforts to lighten the mood.
It's Chien, Monge, Dog. Both men at their respective ends of the rink awaiting the bell. Time enough for the rules of the contest, Lordy.
For legal reasons we have them, Dave. It's 12 literal rounds of the rink in a deadly take on Tig. First blood or fatality stops the fight. In the event of no clear-cut winner, fans will no doubt riot and will go to the judges' scorecards. They'll mark these crazes on nicks, slips and quips. Yes, their mouths, their lippy pens may indeed prove mightier than their swords. Even though I'm convinced it's Bodybag Brown's death day.
The bell has tolled, but what has it told us? Only time will tell.
Gaz slides down into action. Brown frozen to the spot, not literally, I hope.
Brown responded to a card in his local supermarché for this opportunity, getting 2 buys to the final and being seeded second overall.
I can't watch, yet I'm contractually obliged to do so. This is a 60-metre death slide.
Brown is either a genius or an absolute idiot.
Here it comes. He's...
I'm sorry, we seem to have lost the ice fencing final, and perhaps Budget Brown as well. We'll resume coverage as soon as we can. In the meantime, enjoy this festive ditty from shock rocker Riff Spandex. It's Christmas time, and all your presents disappoint. At Christmas time, no one gets you what you want. Didn't ask for peace or love or any harmony. I wanted something else just for me. Santa's a joke. Doesn't matter how good you'll be. All his toys broke. Saw it on a documentary. His elves don't even like him. They'd rather sell out to the man. Politics, favorites, and fighting like only magical people can. Saint Nick don't value colleagues. He drives them all away. They watch our carefree meals and sickness pay. So write a list and send it off to your MP, demanding an end to Santa's reign of tyranny. Let's buy locally, support our industries. Elves have feelings, set those mutants free. Take one in, all you need is covered space. House one now in a box or a suitcase. Elves are people, set those widows free. Sent through post or email. We the elves don't buy socks, just give me the moolah. Give me money. Trust me, I will use it most wisely. We the elves, I'll buy something I'm actually into. Give me money. Don't force me to say thank you. Read the elves. PayPal, Oliver, or checks accepted. Give me money. Just give some money for some sweet, sweet eggs. I can buy you some sweet, sweet eggs. Budget Barry Brown is literally fighting for his life in the ice fencing final. His opponent, massive blood loss. We'll get back to the action as soon as we can.
And that's why Die Hard is the best ever Christmas film.
I still say Muppets Christmas Carol. Good evening, my boys. Compliments of the season to you. Is something amiss?
Looks like we've got an old boy racer here.
Old guys always try to put on a brave face.
Can you tell me where you think you're going in such a hurry?
To the next chimney. I'm pretty sure that's a euphemism.
Please, when you get down from the Vehicle, sir.
I can't do that. If I climb down from this sleigh onto anything other than a roof, then the magic of the never-ending night is broken.
Of course it is. 246, narc team required.
We look at those rosy cheeks. He's down more than a couple of Jägermeisters, I'll bet.
Have you been drinking?
Just a few thousand sherries.
Please would you breathe into this breathalyzer? Keep going, keep going, keep going.
What's the reading?
It says jolly. It's supposed to be a number. You're looking at driving under the influence.
Slaying?
Don't you start. Driving without proper lights.
Is this vehicle even taxed?
And what about this lot? Do you have a licence for these animals you've got here?
These kindly beasts work but one night a year and live on the choicest of fodder.
Right. That's not really what I asked you, though, is it?
What's your name? Why, surely you know the spirit of the season. Told you. It's been on the shots.
Your name, please, sir?
I am Father Christmas.
Churchman, eh? This won't go down well with the parishioners. What's your first name, Father?
Nick, as in Old Saint. Sounds like an alias to me.
Let's try another one. Can you tell me, what's the name of the Prime Minister?
The Earl of Rosebery? How about you tell me the name of all these animals? Can you do that? Oh, well, there's Dasher and Dancer, Donna and Blitzen and Vixen, of course. I'm pretty sure you're making these up. They sound like they're from those TV channels.
He's well into the 670s.
What's with that twinkle in your eye? And what's all this powder everywhere? Pixie dust.
Did you pack all these sacks yourself?
I have a gift for all the little children of the world here in my...
Radio edit.
Yeah.
None of these toys have barcodes or line marks on them. Are these counterfeits?
I assure you they are genuine elvish products. Don't drag the king into this. They are North Pole made.
Trafficking in Polish goods is just as much a crime as trafficking in toys from anywhere else.
My little elves made them by hand, I tell you. Goodness. He's going to say he runs a sweatshop next.
You're not making it any easier for yourself.
Young man, I have tried to answer your questions truthfully and politely, but I really must be getting along. I don't like to say this, but if you don't let me leave, I may have to put you on my naughty list.
Are you threatening me?
I told you, he watches those channels.
It's a criminal offence to threaten a police officer.
Is it? Learned something new? Wait, Jeff. Wait a second. Think about it. It's Christmas Eve. Know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we just don't want to be bothered with the paperwork. The animals alone. And anyway, with him off his face, with that little round belly, I mean, look at the size of the sack. He must have some weight behind him if he can carry that. He might be able to handle himself. He might have seen some action. Been in a war. Doesn't look good, does it? Restraining an OAP on Christmas Eve. It's just not worth it.
Well, it is Christmas after all. Father, between the animals, your obvious size and strength, and the ensuing struggle...
Which we don't think will win.
We're looking at a mountain of paperwork. We have homes to go to, you to your chouette shop. Let's chalk this up to a wonderful Christmas time and call it a night. Just drive more carefully next time. Oh, and word to the wise, ditch all the fare. It's just not kosher these days. And lay off the pipe too.
Merry Christmas! Whew, they bought it. I am so hammered. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all!
I've taught you all I know and then some. Get out on that shop floor and make me proud. Hello there. I'd like to buy a Christmas tree, please.
You can have any colour you like as long as it's green.
Very good, Henry Ford.
Nah, you must be confusing me with someone else.
I meant the tree colour thing.
Yeah, they're all green. That was a joke.
Sort of. How about that one?
Perfect! If you're on the laughing stock of your street, that's Pasea pungens. They call it the loser tree.
Because it sheds its needles?
No. There's just terrible bullying in the tree community. Think that's funny, do you? Weeping sap as your family uproots itself to get away from you.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Not many people do. You're now under my learning tree.
Do you sell those?
Not this time of year, no. Back to school range, August time. How big do you want this thing?
About 8 foot.
You're killing me with all this imperial jabberwocky. You paying in shillings too, my love?
What is it, around 2.5 metres?
Now you're talking. What's going on it?
Nothing too weighty for the branches, I don't think.
Get specific.
Lights, tinsel, baubles and a fairy.
These bad boys can have everything, but a fairy? What's that got to do with Christmas?
It's like an angel.
Well, I'm jolly like Father Christmas, but you won't see me coming down your chimney this Christmas, you get me?
Surely it's up to me what I put on my tree.
You'd think that, but when you strap this to the top of your mower, what you got?
A focus.
Can someone else collect it? We need something a bit flashier.
You've lost me.
See, when you buy from King Giddywinkle's Garden Kingdom, you enter into a sacred, solemn agreement to honour His Majesty at all times. We can't have our treasures being seen anyway, you know.
Is this a wind-up?
You read about Dougie Two Eyes?
It was all over the papers.
He was in here the day he disappeared. Just saying.
Come on, kids. We'll get one somewhere else. My protégé, how did it go?
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of What Does Tom Know? Our contestant, Frederick O'Doyle.
Are we going to be long? I've got to get back.
One of the country's few remaining lighthouse keepers.
There's a handful of us. Big Jim up at Frisky Bay, Terry the Cliff Clifton, Mad Maud. She runs the Saucy Sailor Tavern as well, great pies. And then at Peppermint Rock, there's Lionel Blair. Oh, it's a shame there's so few of us left. There was a day when there'd be 4 or 5 lighthouses for every man, woman and child in the country. But those times are gone. If you're in trouble, you'd go to speak to the lighthouse keeper. If you need a shoulder to cry on, you go to speak to the lighthouse keeper. I don't want to criticise the whole automated mechanisms, but I ask you, where's the love? Where's the heart?
He's based in Sheffield and has an admirable record of not one significant ship-to-rock related incident.
I've been very lucky, so I have. Never spot a bother. It's at the time the cat got in the workings.
In his spare time, he likes to visit other lighthouses and light-related events.
I like to keep up with all the latest fashions. Why, I was at the Lighthouse and Zookeepers Expo at the NEC in Birmingham in the summer. Oh, the light bulbs they got there. The size of them. And the yellow Maxon hats with the smell of vulcanised rubber. Lovely.
Are you ready to begin?
That's foghorn for you.
Then we begin. Did you know that although it was founded and first published in Edinburgh in 1768 during the Scottish Enlightenment, a remarkable period in 18th century Scotland characterised by a great outpouring of intellectual and scientific accomplishments, the Encyclopaedia Britannica has been published in Chicago in the United States of America since 1901, yet it has retained its use of British English spelling?
To be sure I did. I spent many a night curled up with a copy of the Encyclopaedia Britannica and a little drop of the devil's water before I go and check my wicks working.
Thank you.
You wouldn't like to come to tea, would you? I'll make a mean rice pudding. Or there's always room for another at the Saucy Sailor.
And that concludes this week's edition of What Does Tom Know? I hope you'll join us again next time. I've been Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, Television, South Korea, North Korea, Marilyn Monroe, Rosenberg's H-Bomb, Sugar Ray, Panmunjom, Brando, The King and I, and The Catcher in the Rye, Eisenhower Vaccine, England's Got a New Queen, Marciano Liberace, Satayana, goodbye!
Mike, about this song.
And dance.
What?
I did say earlier.
I thought that was an expression.
No, I'm doing both. And beatboxing. What?
Alright, how to say it without hurting your feelings. You can't do it.
I can.
I think that habit is affecting your brain. You can't do it well. I've known you for 22 years, and if you do this, you will ruin this show. Ho, ho, ho! Why the long faces, chaps? Apologies for the delay. Had another run-in with the boys in blue. Can't stay long. I may or may not have lost Prancer on the M62. To business. For Thomas, that skateboard you never got. You spoiled it. And for Michael...
A lump of coal.
Suck on that, Ireland! I heard everything you said about me and my wife. Santa hears. Santa always hears. And if you don't want to end up in my bad books, then listen up to my guide to a very Merry Christmas. Now!
Santa's Guide to a Very Merry Christmas!
If you watch one Christmas film this festive season, make sure it's got me in it. None of that snowman rubbish. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
And now the thrilling conclusion of Agony Mysteries Detective Denouement in The Santa Slayer.
I am Detective Exposition Denouement, and I have examined too many sacks, checked countless lists, and heard endless hours of tedious testimony concerning your dull lives and petty problems. It is time to tie up the loose ends. Who is the Santa Slayer? Is it 83-year-old brooch-wearing busybody Dame Fisher Price, who never did get that Tamagotchi? Or peut-être a racing car sensation and General I Bonbon Maxwell Speed, who is driven only by his selfish desire to one day own a plush Iggle Piggle? Could it be you, Miss Smith, the frustrated secretaire who dreams of becoming a star and finally embracing a Buzz Lightyear? I say no, which leaves only you, Monsieur Mattel, the nosy butler whose appetite for fashion dolls has seen him forever disappointed à Noël.
That is preposterous. I saved up and bought myself a Barbie last year.
Intéressant. Then the Santa Slayer is to be revealed after the break.
Got up late, missed breakfast, but found it's not yet time for lunch? Have you tried brunch?
It's so convenient.
Says Tilly Macaroon. Beams Jack Trifle. It's never too late for brunch, unless it's tea time. Brunch. Have you had yours?
Previously on Detective Denouement.
In summary, fake allies. Old hag, sexy man, boring lady, pretty butler. Santa Slayer is Santa himself. Reduced to myth and legend by his own dark design, he created the parfait alibi for the near-parfait crime. Thrown into a jealous rage by second-rate imposters, Saint Nick has chosen this time to reclaim his legacy and his name, one kill at a time. Bravo, denouement. Merci, Inspector.
It's not true.
It is hard to believe, Monsieur Speed. I love Santa too.
No, you're wrong.
Comment?
Forgive me, Miss Smiths, crusty old lady, servant man, but I did it. I killed the store Santa. That dithering idiot got my presents wrong year after year after year. I never wanted Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La Po twice. Anyone who can't tell the difference between the casts of the Teletubbies and In the Night Garden doesn't deserve to live.
But Max, what about our future?
I'm sorry, Miss Smith. Console yourself with the knowledge that I'll be your space ranger. To infinity.
I can't see it.
Masterful employment of reverse psychology, denouement, playing to this lad's ego. I don't know how you do it. It is a skill. We'll take things from here. If you need me, Inspector, I'll be over there looking stress smug. A Merry Christmas to you, Detective. A Merry Christmas to you all. Silence!
Greetings, racketeers. James R. Rackman here alongside current Beatle because he never left the band, Ricardo Ringo Starr, looking at fab festive hits. That's right, said Ringo. Most people think Slade invented the Christmas #1 in the 1970s, but they're liars or idiots, he snorted. The Beatles were at it in the 1960s, knocking out frosty hits during our ice cream period. From what I can remember, it was a time of great experimentation. Sure was, Ringo chirped. We started playing in the vanilla age. It was a one-dimensional experience, he mused. But then we started mixing it up in Giorgio's shed like tomorrow never knew. The stuff we did in there, it was magic, man. You branded everything back then, the wigs, the lunchboxes, the prophylactics, but not your frozen products. That was all part of diversifying our portfolio, Ringo informed him. Jean was out trying his risque material and feared ice cream burnings in the southern states of the US. We kept our names off the tubs to keep sales up, the creative genius chuckled. And you needn't have worried. We were unstoppable, the drummer boasted. Yes, they were buying Beatle gear to burn it, but they kept cool fireside with our ice cream. Win-win, Ringo smirked, counting his cash. And your music never gave you away? We were so overt, we were covert, the cute one twinkled. And a string of Christmas hits followed.
Oh yeah, I've got a secret, and I should just keep stuff, but I don't wanna keep it. I wanna count your mouth. I wanna count your mouth. I wanna count your mouth. Although I know that she gave birth to you. Your mommy's born and she just loves what I do. What I do comes through. Oh yeah, I've got a secret.
It's raunchy, blatantly sexual, the stiffs protested. But they're the muckiest minded of all. That song's about showing appreciation for hardworking mums everywhere through blueberry and bubblegum flavoured ice treats. Anything else makes you a perv. It was the first of your 4 Christmas #1s. And I wrote them all, Ringo lied.
Tastes like chocolate, never tasted before. Milk tipped white, I'm always wanting more. 'Cause my baby's good for me, you know she's light and crumbly, you know she said so. She's so chocolatey and I play right. Ooh,
Your most innovative cut to date, featuring the first use of rhythmic flakes. We usually did everything in one take, he brags, but that one took 100. I kept eating my drumsticks.
It's no longer freezing. You've taken it all the way out. It's no longer freezing. You've taken it all the way out now. She's a day tripper, dropping off the stick. It won't be so long till it's gone. One more lick.
I preferred the flip side, Ringo stated boldly. We can slurp it out as our first foray into dubstep, which hadn't been invented yet.
You say ice below zero. Hear the chimes and watch them go, go, go. Ice cream pies and ice cream hellos. Ice cream hellos. Don't like ice cream goodbyes, ice like hello. Melter, melter, skelter. Melter, melter, skelter. Melter, melter, skelter. Come on, me. Melter, melter, skelter. Melter, melter, skelter. Why you going to walk? Melter, melter, skelter.
Harlow had enough, the faithful friend sighed. That song was him packing everything up and driving his van again, doing his round on the Wirral. Simpler times. Is that what finished the band? No, Ringo wept. The Wirral was a dead patch years before that. They're too posh for lollies or cigs. The Beatles were so hot we melted, man. But what a puddle we left. Happy Christmas!
no signs of life at the ice fencing final, but less of the medical mumbo-jumbo. Best make your tea, and we'll get you back to Felton and Lordy as soon as they've cleared up. I mean, as soon as we can get transmission back.
Santa's Guide to a Very Merry Christmas!
If you get carol singers this year, only reward those who sing in 4-part harmony. Those who sing in unison are a disgrace to the art form. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Created by a focus group on the doomed planet Coupon, its sole survivor, the future savior of mankind, was rocket shipped to Earth, where he was raised by frugal ant farmers. Raised as a mild-mannered bargain hunter, Quid Spence, he left his home of Mallville for the greater discounts of the city, and is now its sworn protector, its knight in sponsored armor. He is the endorsable Captain Miracle. How do you feel about that intro?
Other than being outed, I'm thrilled. Origin stories are 10 a penny these days, and that's the best one. I've been campy, I've been gritty, and all the dwarfs in between. But I'm at my best when I'm the inoffensive Boy Scout holier-than-thou hero. That being said, I'll be whatever the world needs me to be. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 GMT.
This new series has been labelled opportunistic and exploitative by the critics. Do you have any comments on that before we move on?
Firstly, thank you to the critics. That's high praise from guys and gals who usually hate everything. We have to be real about the life of a superhero, and that's what Miracle Rescues is. You wouldn't expect anyone else to work 2 full-time jobs for 1 paycheck. And yet, when it comes to heroes risking their lives for others, we should do it out of the goodness of our hearts. I do, but this heart needs to stay good, and that ain't cheap. I tried charging people in protein bars, but just wasn't practical. Covering myself in corporate logos for the cameras is the only way I can break even.
All those deals, and you're only breaking even.
Roll audio!
Thank you, Candy. Yes, you joined me outside Jingle Cells, Barfield's 3rd most popular producer of Christmas tats. What's not clear at this time is the nature of the situation here. The police were called out 30 minutes ago and have maintained their cordon around the factory ever since. No one has entered or left the building in this time. Joining me now is local gossip and busybody, Nosy Parker. What do you think is going on?
What's this situation, Reed? The tinsel tax is killing our town and somebody's finally snapped.
Is this a hunch, an inkling, or have you felt it in your waters?
Our Darren Tex is in there right now, being held captive by a snowman or woman. It's calling itself Mr. Freeze.
Captain Miracle? And you brought 3 sidekicks?
Don't mind my miracle makers. They're here to capture the action for contractual reasons. I've heard everything. Give me the phone, Parker. Now listen here, Freeze. Your moniker is taken. Do you want to get arrested and sued? I take copyright infringement very seriously. Almost as seriously as unlawful imprisonment. Wood and Moldoff, late 50s. Yes, it is unfortunate. No, Killer Frost is also taken.
Police Chief Bellamy, any comments?
Not now, Reed. How's the negotiation, Captain Miracle?
We've almost settled on a villain name.
Any other details?
His razor-sharp icicle is melted, and that's not a euphemism.
Then my team goes in.
With respect, Chief. Your kids eat whether you stay right here or storm this place. The taxpayer does nothing for me. The Miracle family needs this rescue.
All the risk.
For all the glory.
I give up. Please don't hurt me. I'm unarmed and very soggy.
Unbelievable scenes here in Barfield. It seems our festive felon has surrendered. You did it, Captain Miracle.
But I didn't do anything. We're not going to be able to make anything out of this. No, we need to reset.
What?
Everybody back inside. Come along now. Come, save those tears and turn around.
You can't be serious.
What about my kids?
What are their names?
Mickey and Minnie something. No. People are paying good money for great heroics, so let's not disappoint them. You can hug later. Don't waste the good ones. No one's filming. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Ah, memories. That was one of my first ones. My lion's gotten a lot better since then, too. My kids are 10 now and don't look a day over never conceived.
Captain Miracle, this network thanks you. The world thanks you. But most importantly, your sponsors thanks you. Your final word?
Remember, miracles happen because I am one.
I love Christmas, but it's a hard time of year for some. Take my divorce, for instance. My first marriage ended on Christmas Day.
You served in the papers in front of an audience of 30 million plus.
Can you wait until Boxing Day when no one was watching?
I fail to see your point. I lost her on one of the holiest days of the year.
If lost now means unceremoniously dumped or publicly humiliated, then I agree. But don't play the Christmas card. Everyone knows December 25th is the former Roman holiday of Saturnalia, which was rebranded by Christian converts. Calendar-wise, it's no more significant than June 1st.
That's my birthday.
Precisely. You ought to count your lucky stars, mate. I lost my whole family one festive season. We planned a nice Christmas getaway, and one power cut later, I'm defending my ass from two crims with a series of ingenious homemade booby traps whilst the fam frets on France.
Why didn't you just call the police?
Well, it felt like grassing. Besides, I was 26 and very handy with a box of micro machines.
That's child's play.
Home Alone, they're very different films.
Well, I'll take your clowning with crooks and raise you losing everything.
Everything?
Yeah, it means all the things. The house, my neighbour's house, the lot. Christmas 45 taught me many life lessons, chiefly that trying to run your own savings and loan association is a bad idea.
I had a friend who was a possessed snowman. He melted. Twice.
To be fair, that was upsetting.
Santa's Guide to a Very Merry Christmas!
If you have a soft drink this Christmas, make it a Coke. I'm not on commission or anything. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
And now it apparently gives me great pleasure to introduce Sister Mike Ireland.
Come on, Mike. Come on. He's bottling it. He's bottling it.
All is calm and all is bright. All is calm and all is bright. Bright, 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 bright.
Bethlehem means house of bread. Go home to be taxed, that's what Caesar said. Joseph, Mary, an unborn baby knock at every door, and there's no place to stay in because everywhere's packed at Christmas. Now they'd been told in dreams by angels, but no one ever mentioned a stable, and that's where the King of Kings laid his head with straw for his covers and hay for his bed.
All is calm and all is bright. All is calm and all is bright. Bright, 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 bright.
Shepherds came with no gifts for him, and they were totes outdone by a band of kings who set up back home by another way, so Herod could not that major child slay.
Glory stream from heaven above. Every host sing hallelujah.
Fled to Egypt, that Nazarene babe, made his living with a plate and a lathe. He went missing, nobody could see you, because everywhere's packed at Easter. Taught the teachers,
Miracle maker,
but non-believers.
only savior,
Perfect life,
our example,
born to die.
born to die. Sleep in heaven, heavenly peace. Sleep in heaven, heavenly peace.
Freestyle!
Sleep in heaven, heavenly peace. Sleep in heaven, heavenly peace.
Busted raps.
Sleep in heaven, heavenly peace.
In a wimple.
Sleep in heaven,
Can't break
heavenly
habits.
peace. Sleep in heaven,
Nice and
heavenly peace. Sleep in heaven, heavenly
Say peace!
So, what do you think?
It's a Christmas miracle.
Game Boy, Furby, anything you wish. Been bad, been good, we don't keep a list. Cause all we'll ever do is jingle and jangle our bells for you. Where we'll be right here doing it anyway. We'll laugh, we'll round, that's what family's for. all done before. But don't you ever whine as we jingle and a jangle this Christmas time, 'cause we'll be right here doing it anyway. We'll be right here doing it anyway. We'll be right here doing it anyway.
This is the Fake News Network. I'm Charlatan McPhoney. The world of ice fencing is in mourning tonight following the long, drawn-out death of Budget Barry Brown. The debutant was killed in a short-lived clash against...